Now at 10 charges are filed against a Missouri man for leading police on a cross-county chase. Plus, authorities identify a person of interest in a murder investigation in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. And the Joplin School District holds a ceremony for the newest inductees into its District Hall of Fame.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A suspect is identified after a multi-county chase in southwest Missouri. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Officers identified the suspect as 32-year-old Brenton Lee Ross of Kansas City, Missouri. They say he stole 3 vehicles and led police on chases in Vernon County, Barton County, and Cedar County. Authorities say Ross shot at a deputy and members of the Nevada Police Department. He's charged with a variety of crimes, including first-degree assault, first-degree trafficking drugs, or attempting and resisting arrest. You'll find a full breakdown of events that led up to the arrest and a full list of charges filed on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A Lawrence County, Missouri judge today sentenced a man for murder. Jamie Lee Godfrey of Marionville was convicted of second-degree murder in the death of 50-year-old Jess Davis. Police found Davis's body inside his Marionville home in September of last year. Godfrey is sentenced to 25 years in prison. Authorities have identified a person of interest in the death investigation of 4 Oklahoma men found dismembered in Deep Fork River near Okmulgee, Oklahoma. Police now want to talk to Joe Kennedy, who owns a salvage yard next to the property where police found blood. Reporter Ashlyn Brothers has details.
Police say they questioned Joe Kennedy once and he denied knowing the 4 men, but now they want to talk to him again. But no one has seen him for 3 days, and those who reported him missing say he could be suicidal. Officers did find his blue PT Cruiser this afternoon abandoned behind a business in Morris.
Mr. Kennedy is a person of interest that we would like to talk to and currently not a suspect.
Police say the 4 missing men, Mark Chastain and his brother Billy, Mike Sparks, and Alex Stevens, all had gunshot wounds and their bodies were dismembered before being dumped in the Deep Fork River.
It would take a considerable amount of time to put the bodies in the condition that they were and then dump them in the rivers.
Records show Kennedy is currently serving a 10-year deferred sentence for a previous shooting at a salvage yard back in 2012. That time, 6 men broke into his business, A&A Salvage, and he shot them, hitting 1 who survived. All 6 were charged with burglary. Police say they are still piecing together exactly what the men had planned and what led to their deaths.
We believe the men planned to commit some type of criminal act when they left the residence on West 6th Street. That belief is based on information supplied by a witness who reports they were invited to go with the men to, quote-unquote, hit a lick big enough for all of them.
Chief Joe Prentice says their search didn't turn up anything at Kennedy's salvage yard, but they did find blood at an adjoining property.
I've worked over 80 murders in my career, but this case involves the highest number of victims, and it's a very violent event.
Chief Prentice says they're conducting interviews, looking through more surveillance footage, and waiting on phone records. We're expecting another night of record-breaking cold. Let's check in with Doug.
Yeah, we shouldn't be this cold this early in the fall season, but we had our first freeze during the overnight hours last night. In fact, we only climbed to 48. Look at our normal height, 70. That's 22-degree difference. And we started at 26. The old record was 28, set way back in 1948. And we're going to get even colder as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Clear skies right now. We're going to see clear skies throughout the entire overnight hours. Look at our temps. It's down to 29, Lamar 33 in Monette, Jay, Oklahoma sitting at 31, Pittsburgh down to 30, it's 27 in Parsons. We're going to drop into lower 20s by 6 a.m. 24, still below freezing at 9, 47 by noon, high temp better at 57, but we're going to have a prolonged period of about 10 or 11 hours below freezing. We are going to warm up, also some rain chances. We'll look at that in just a bit.
See you then. Midterm elections coming up in 3 weeks. Something new is that all Missouri voters must show a federal or state ID in order to vote. Officials say if you do not have a federal or state ID, then you must use a provisional ballot in Missouri. That's for voters who arrive at the polls on Election Day and whose eligibility to vote is uncertain, allowing them to vote without it being counted until eligibility is confirmed.
We do have 2 weeks prior to the election of no excuse absentee voting, so you can come into our office here in Carthage, room 103, or the Joplin Courts Building, room 200, and vote absentee 2 weeks prior to the election for any reason.
As Election Day approaches, the battle for control of Congress is intensifying. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
We have to have rules and we have to have laws.
Republican incumbent Marco Rubio and Democratic Congresswoman Val Demings met on stage Tuesday in their first and only debate in Florida's Senate race.
She actually voted for the crazy people's budget, a socialist budget. She voted for it. It raised $9 trillion of taxes.
You've been in elected office in Florida for 24 years, and what we have been left with is skyrocketing property insurance.
Candidates sparred over the top issues on voters' minds, from inflation to abortion, gun control to border security. The debate comes as newly obtained police body cam video shows the arrests of several Floridians accused of voter fraud. One was Tony Patterson, a registered sex offender.
What is voter fraud?
Voting when you're not supposed to.
He's one of 20 people accused of violating a 2018 state law allowing former felons to vote after completing their sentences, except for those convicted of murder or felony sex offenses. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is also running for re-election, established a controversial state police force to investigate voter fraud. From the patrol car, Patterson expressed confusion over the fact he was allowed to register to vote.
Why would y'all let me vote if I wasn't able to vote?
I'm not sure, buddy. I don't know.
Nationwide, with Election Day now 3 weeks away, a new CBS News poll finds Democratic momentum stalling. President Biden tried to re-energize the base around the issue of abortion.
The court got Roe right nearly 50 years ago, and I believe Congress should codify Roe once and for all.
CBS polling shows the percentage of voters who say abortion is very important to them is slightly lower now compared to last month, and trails behind other issues such as the economy and inflation. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
President Biden promised if Democrats hold the House and gain the Senate, the first bill he'd send to Congress would make abortion rights legal across the country, but that would require a 60-seat majority in the Senate or changing filibuster rules. Coming up, a former NFL player partners with area organizations to provide clean drinking water to a McDonald County, Missouri family. Plus, we're going to hear from a new inductee into the Joplin School District Hall of Fame. A Noel, Missouri family is getting a gift many of us take for granted: clean, safe water. Work is underway on a new water well for the Whitehead family. After they moved into their home in 2021, lightning struck their well pump, and even with repairs, the well output was limited, always has been ever since. The family has struggled with daily water shortages. Well, now a foundation established by retired football player Chris Long is teaming up with Xilium Inc., the Water Well Trust, to provide this new well.
For people who were struggling with the whole water situation and everything, to bless them with something they didn't even expect. You know, it's just really great. We're just so grateful for everything. We're just very humbled.
The Whiteheads received a donated water well system for their house, which included the pump system donated by Xilium, equipment and well drilling and installation from local businesses. Joplin Schools Foundation tonight recognized 5 outstanding Joplin High School alumni. KOAM's Carrie Worthen has more.
It's a real honor for me to be here tonight. It's the last thing I ever expected in my life, but here I am, and I'm very, very blessed. I feel very blessed to be here.
Joplin School Foundation welcomed their inaugural class inductees into the Joplin Schools Hall of Fame. The Foundation's Hall of Fame project was created to recognize and honor the achievements of outstanding alumni from Joplin, Lincoln, Memorial, and Parkwood High Schools.
Well, the Foundation is a helping arm of the school system. We try to raise funds and for projects that maybe are not included in the current or the usual budgets for the school system.
James Goodnight is an alumni of Joplin and thinks this event will bring more people together.
It brings a lot of people together from a lot of different backgrounds, and it's just a really nice thing that they can do and help us bring good things to the students, especially the younger ones in the school system.
The Joplin School Foundation's goal is to give a scholarship to every senior who is graduating and moving on to a technical school or college.
It'll take us a while to get there, but usually sometimes it's the top 10 kids that get scholarships. We want every kid who has worked hard and is going on for further education to have some help.
The Joplin Foundation, School Foundation, has done a tremendous job, and they continue to do a tremendous job. And if this Hall of Fame has anything to do with helping that happen, I'm all for it.
The foundation hopes this will help future generations to work hard towards their dreams.
Yeah, we want the little kids to say, hey, look what can happen if we keep going and don't give up.
In Joplin, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
Nominations will be accepted year-round, but will be gathered annually on May 1st for the coming year's induction ceremony. Nominees will be honored posthumously and must have graduated at least 25 years prior to their nomination. A little bit later, how a local farm transformed into a hemp maze and haunted house.
Plus another record-breaking night for us tonight. We're going to check that out coming up. Well, super cold day for us today. Highs only into the upper 40s after record lows during the morning hours. Our first freeze across the region, but plenty of sunshine, and we still have clear skies out there for us right now, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the rest of the overnight hours. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. But check this out. Yesterday, only into the mid-50s. Average high 70. Dropped into the 20s. Only into the mid to upper 40s during the afternoon hours today. Freeze warnings in effect once again tonight, Oklahoma and also northwest Arkansas. Kansas, Missouri got cold enough last night, so the growing season of 2022 is over, so we don't have to put freeze warnings out at this point in time. Look at our lows during the morning hours. We were down into the mid 20s. We warmed up only into the upper 40s. And then now we're going back down the opposite way. If we look outside, Monette 32, Nevada's at 29, Fort Scott, Pittsburgh at 29, Miami, Coffeyville at 33, Yates Center is at 28 degrees. But we aren't alone. Look at that cold air just kind of knifing in, but it's going to start to push off toward the east by the time we head into tomorrow. And that's good news. That means we start to warm back up. All right, 30. Right now it's calm. It was breezy earlier. Humidity is at 56%. As we go into the morning hours, you can see about right now, upper 20s, 6 a.m., 24 degrees, a low of 22 by 9, about 30 degrees. So we have that long period that we are going to see the very cold temperatures across the region. Clear skies across Central Plains, nothing going on. Here's the culprit, big upper level low, which is working away, but it pulls that cold Canadian air down behind it. Out to the west, no storm systems, which means we are going to be quiet as we go through the next several days. All right, let's step through the next 48 hours for you. Lower 20s to start. So another hard freeze across the region. Mid 40s by noon. Let's go into the afternoon. We're going to stop at about 4:30. Some mid and upper level clouds kind of streaming in, but most of us upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Here's your day planner. 24 at 7, 47 by noon, 56 during the afternoon. Not as windy, westerly winds 5 to 10. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night, not as cold, upper 30s for overnight lows. And then check this out, Thursday afternoon, we get back where we should be. High temps right around 70 degrees, and then we warm up even more from that point on. In fact, let's go to Friday, about 80 for a high. As we go into the weekend, Saturday, we hold near 80 degrees. Sunday, late Sunday night into Monday, we'll get chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms into the region, which we desperately need. All right, so 57 for us tomorrow, 72 Thursday, 81 Friday, 80 over the weekend. Rain chances early next week, and then we cool back down again the second half of next week.
It's all over the place with
It
the
is.
temperatures and the precipitation, the sun and the clouds.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, Doug. Oronogo has a new family-friendly hemp farm for staters to visit this fall. And as KOAM's Yana Hautala shows us, it includes a haunted maze.
This hemp maze is the only one in the area. After completing the haunted house, people will walk through it in the dark. The owner of the farm says people often have a negative image of hemp.
People still think that, industrial hemp will get you high, which is the euphoric feeling in the brain that gives you that feeling. It won't. It has all the other benefits other than the euphoric feeling.
That's why workers want to educate visitors about the plant and all the different things you can do with it.
Like my shirt I'm wearing is made out of hemp, and it's some of the softest fabric, and it washes up and lasts a lot longer than regular cotton. And so that's something that people are like surprised to see.
Newman knew of an old, unused turkey farm and came up with the idea to bring it back to life as a hemp farm.
Cleaned it out, scraped it, cut down all the non-usable stuff and salvaged what we could and cleaned it all up and cleaned out the brush.
The farm is meant for a whole family to have fun while also being educated about hemp.
And to some of the members of the Missouri Department of Agriculture and the hemp program, and he had suggested doing some type of educational place to inform the community of the hemp industry and this type of variety.
The workers say they may add hemp products for sale next year to showcase its many uses.
You can just rub it right straight on your skin, put it in hair products. There's tons of stuff.
In Oronogo, Yana Hautala, KOAM News.
That farm's going to be open through November. The haunted maze is open through the end of this month. Still ahead, the Colgan girls golf team brings home a state championship this afternoon, and how Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen gave a local fan an unforgettable birthday. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
Well, today is the final day of Girls State Golf Championships in Kansas. In Hutchinson, the Colgan Panthers once again brought home the state title. Colgan finished 23 strokes clear of the field to claim the top spot at the 3-2-1A state tournament. They had 3 players finish in the top 5. Allie Skripczyk finished second individually. Greta Eisen took 4th, and Ava Skripczyk finished 5th. It's the 3rd straight team championship for the Colgan girls. The Kansas City Chiefs fell to the Buffalo Bills 24-20 on Sunday afternoon. And with that loss, the Chiefs are now 4-2 overall this season. Now, Kansas City did only give up 24 points to the #1 offense in the NFL, but once again, didn't really get after the quarterback much. The Chiefs had just 1 sack on Sunday, and they have just 4 total sacks in the last 3 games.
I thought we did a good job. When we didn't get there, we at least blocked a few throws. And you're not talking about a shorter quarterback there. He's a big kid. We were able to block a couple of them there. But we'll always be growing there with it. But we seem to get decent pressure at times on them, that's an important thing that we keep getting better at.
A young Buffalo Bills fan from Carl Junction saw his birthday wish come true on Sunday in Kansas City. And not only did he get to watch his favorite team play and win, but he got a special gift from his favorite NFL player and memories that will last a lifetime. Carl Junction's Cole White got his first taste of Arrowhead on Sunday.
It was kind of loud. It was just kind of annoying, really.
Cole is a Buffalo Bills fan, and more specifically, a fan of Bills quarterback Josh Allen.
He started watching the games, and it was Josh Allen this and Josh Allen that. He was Josh Allen for Halloween last year. His #1 ask from Santa last year was a Josh Allen jersey. It's just been nonstop Josh Allen ever since.
He got to see Allen and the Bills beat the Chiefs on Sunday to celebrate his 10th birthday. But it was what happened in the minutes after the game that made the day truly unforgettable.
The sign said, "Josh Allen, it's my birthday. Can I get a picture with you?" I just thought he was going to run in our direction and maybe hit some hands and run down the tunnel and get out of there.
I started going into shock. I was like, is he actually coming here? Is it really happening?
Cole got a ball and a selfie with his favorite player.
I could see Cole's face, like he was just so happy. It was so exciting.
It was an unforgettable day and an unbeatable birthday present for the young Bills fan.
There's nothing that's going to top that.
It was what he wanted, and he just said so many hilarious things like, this is my bucket list, this is the best birthday in my whole life, nothing will ever top this. And I'm like, nope, you are probably right. Nothing is ever going to top this.
So when I talked to Cole and his family today, he still had that football with him. Obviously, I'm sure he's carried it around everywhere, but he's also said he slept with it the last 2 nights.
That really is a memory he's going to carry with him for a lifetime.
No doubt.
Good for him and good for Josh Allen. We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a local veteran. James Kessinger served in the U.S. Navy from 1943 to 1946, World War II era. His hometown, Jasper, Missouri, and we're proud to salute motor machinist made James Kessinger, a 4-state hero. If you threw an extra blanket on the bed last night, you might want to throw another one on tonight because it's going to get even colder.
Yeah, we're going to go down into lower 20s for overnight lows, so record-setting lows once again. 57 for you tomorrow, 72 on Thursday, back near 80 by the time we head into the weekend. No rain chances until early next week.
Final sports note.
Episode 8 of our Pigskin podcast will be out tomorrow afternoon. Our guest, Colgan Panthers head coach Sean Seamatter.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. We're going to leave you with video of Halloween decorations in Carthage. Let's make it a great tomorrow.
Salon service is provided